What's happening, people? It's been a while. It's been a while. Hope everybody is well. Let me just sort this out, people. Let me just sort this out. Oh, freaking hell. Yeah, guys. Yeah, housekeeping, please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff before we start this stream. Yeah, it's been a tough month in the last obviously this month and the last month as well. We've got at the Champions League, we've got at the League Cup. Obviously in the final we got beaten by Newcastle, and we just got beaten by Fulham away. They haven't beaten us since Clint Dempsey was there, which is weird, very strange. Now we've got contractual issues with Konate, Virgil, looking good so far from what I've heard. Yeah, lots to talk about, man. Lots in regards to players, in regards to the coach and contracts, of course. Yeah, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm watching. Like when I'm watching Liverpool at the moment, yeah. Let me just be honest about it. It's boring to watch. We are absolutely boring. We've got no, connection on the pitch. We don't pass the right passes. We pass the ball away continuously to the opponents for them to attack and get chances. It's beyond belief. Maybe because they know they're champions, they took the foot off the gas. And some of the players, when we watch them at the moment, the best players, that is, like Salah, Van Dijk, Robertson, and etc. They're making a lot of mistakes, man. Even Konate, just some of the errors we're doing, it's just an amateur kind of errors, which doesn't make any sense. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating watching Liverpool at the moment. We're getting a lot of stuff around the social medias, obviously, talking about how bad the season has been, and Liverpool ain't one of the best teams that won the Premier League. But if we're playing like that, how can we say they're wrong? If you know what I mean? We're not playing really good. We're playing in a way which is not champions. Champions, better teams. They don't really give them a chance. Fulham haven't been even good this last few months. They lost to Crystal Palace in the League Cup, sorry, in the FA Cup, and they lost to Arsenal recently as well. So we're not really competing against a team that's been on form. It's a mess, man. And Arne Slot is a lot to blame, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I defend him to the hilt because of what he's gonna do, but the stubbornness ain't working, man. You got to give other players a chance. You know what I mean? Likes of Chiesa, Harvey Elliott, and Endo. Whenever they come on, they don't let us down, but they're never going to get a chance. It's an absolute mess, guys, man. If you play the same players again and again, eventually it catches up with you. That's what happens. Like, if you play football, you know what I mean. Van Dijk doesn't miss a game. Salah doesn't miss a game. Robertson, for some reason, doesn't miss a game because he's always playing. I'm thinking to myself, Robbo, what are you doing on the pitch, bro? You're not even, you don't need to be on the pitch. Give Tsimikas a chance. Tsimikas performs, a couple of games, and then he gets taken out. Like, it doesn't. It's the same thing with the, different manager. It's weird. I find it weird. I said in the beginning of the season when Arne Slot took off Kwanzaa because he was having a bad half and he complained about him, saying he's not winning his duels. Okay, I gave it. All right, I said, all right, you've taken him off. You better make sure next time it's someone else, even if he's the best player on the pitch or whatever, the best player in the team, whatever it is. If he has a bad performance, you better take him off. He hasn't done that since. we're only getting the ones you could pick on, if you know what I mean, like the easy targets, like the young ones that's coming off the games, which is weird. You know what I mean? It's strange, man. Salah hasn't performed since the turn of the year. I honestly think about Salah as he does this every season. I don't think enough people talk about it. I think people are scared. It's like a taboo. It's weird. You know what I mean? Are you here for Liverpool Football Club or are you here for individual players? You know what I mean? It's a weird kind of thing. Sometimes you got to look at Salah's performances. He has such a bad performance most of the time, running into brick walls every single time. And the only thing that gets him out is the penalties. He scores a lot of penalties, guys, which gets him out of the problems that he faces on the pitch. It's weird. It's very strange. Nobody has the divine right to be on the pitch, even when he's doing a stinker. And he does that a lot. Okay, like people can say he's won us the Premier League because of his early performances in the Premier League. Everyone performs in early stages of the Premier League because everyone is open. Teams don't defend properly. They just want to find their way in the league. And then what happens? You know, the second part of the season, everybody's playing for something. They strengthen the defense. They strengthen the midfield. It's hard to get past. And this is where he struggles every season. And if you look back in history, it's the same thing every season. He's too quiet on the pitch. Leadership counts, guys. You know what I mean? Everybody laughs at Henderson. Everybody was laughing at Milner. But their leadership on or off the pitch made sure the players are always in the best form as possible. And I look at our leadership sometimes and I think to myself, it's non-existent because we are actually losing the same battles in every game. Straight passes, not running back when we need to run back and defend as a team. You know, give away balls in crucial areas, like for the opponents, like they could take a shot, score goals. For example, you look at Konate doing a Cruyff turn in the box. And he lost the ball, and they should have scored. Luckily, they didn't score. And then you look at Robertson doing a cross-field pass from a left-back area, edge of the box. It's weird. You know what I mean? That's an experienced player. Forget about his form. You don't do that. You don't do those kind of passes from that side. And he did. And you got Van Dijk getting barged off from that striker who we haven't seen the whole season. That Muniz, we haven't seen him all season. And all of a sudden, like, he's pushing Van Dijk out the way and then controls it when it comes over the top. Finesse, and then he goes forward and Van Dijk can't catch him, and then he slots it between Kelleher's legs. It's just, oh man. Guys, the goals we conceded the goals we conceded are too similar. It's just errors within errors within errors, and it's getting frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. And we can't even, if you don't criticize players and coaches, what's the point of us really saying anything? We might as well not have YouTube channels. We might as well have no social media at all. Just keep quiet and be nice. It's madness, man. But like I said, Arne Slot has got a lot of questions to answer because he keeps playing the same players every game. Okay, he changed Gakpo and Diaz. That's been happening all season. It's nothing new. I want to see something else. Szoboszlai, I got to talk about this player, man. I've vouched for that guy. I've praised Szoboszlai. I've said he's got more talent than everybody else in that team in regards to his ability as a footballer. He is absolutely trash, man. I've even heard Henderson is a better player. When you hear that, listen, Henderson was great captain and all that stuff, but football ability, you wouldn't say much about that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so listen, let me get to the chat, then I'll speak about Szoboszlai because what I'm seeing is Darwin Núñez in midfield. That's what I'm seeing, guys. Szoboszlai is Darwin Núñez in midfield, just running, and everybody cheering. That's what it is. He needs to fuck off, man. If this is the number 8 that's gonna take over from Gerrard's, responsibilities on the pitch, that's not it, man. You don't play like that. First of all, he's supposed to be taking shots from outside. Doesn't do it. He's supposed to be creating goals. Doesn't do it. He's supposed to take set pieces. Doesn't do it. He's just running. He's just a runner. That's all he is. There's nothing else. You saw him in the beginning of the game just running. That's all he does, guys. That's something to hide behind. You know, when you don't. Sometimes I even seen him the other day. He passed the ball across the pitch to the opponents. Not once, not twice, but about 3 or 4 times. I'm thinking to myself, bro, like, why are you here, man? Why are you here? What's the point of you being part of that team? Get a haircut, man. Go and get a fresh trim. Maybe this is what you need, because that hair is getting into your brain, man, because you're not even making the right decisions on the pitch. You're absolutely horrendous watching you, man. And we're going to win the league with these guys. That's the shocking thing about it. We're going to win the league with these kind of players, man. I feel sorry for McAllister. I feel sorry for Gravenberch, because they're playing every game and they're trying at least, even though they're tired. But the things that, like, besides them is, oh man, it's awful. Absolutely awful, man. Soboslai, guys, man. We didn't get Bellingham, we got Soboslai. And everybody, all of us were thinking, you know, next to Kevin De Bruyne, similar kind of players. He's a pussy, man. I've got to be honest. He's a chicken, mate. If you make mistakes like the passes he does, and he doesn't hold the ball, you know, composed, you know, let players come on to him, that's a pussy, you know. That's a guy who's scared. As soon as he gets the ball, bam, he gets rid of it. It doesn't matter where the ball goes. Nah, man. No. Listen, I can be nice all the time, but there's times you have to, like, I can't even watch the games back. We're so awful, I can't even watch the games back. It's awful watching Liverpool Football Club. It's boring. I can't watch it. We're boring to watch. There's no excitement in our play. Oh, man. It took me a few days just to, like, come over it, man, because it's frustrating watching this nonsense. You're about to be champions and you play like that, and then your rivals are saying you're the worst champions in history, and you're playing to that. Oh, man. We better beat West Ham, mate. We better beat West Ham. Big up, Steve. Arne is doing bad things to certain players for us. I agree, bro. I agree. I'm not here to disagree with you. I'm 100% with you guys now with that stuff. I protected the obviously the head coach for what he's doing for us, of course, and all that stuff. But sometimes you gotta, like, come out of that and tell the truth. This is what I said. I'm me now. I'm not gonna be saying what people want me to say. I want to do what I want to do, and I'm being honest about our games. We're awful, man. It's hard to watch. I can't believe people are just sitting back and watching this nonsense. It's shit to watch Liverpool, man. We're champions to be, and we play like that. There's no fight in this team. There's no passion in the pitch. Even the captain is awful, like Van Dijk. Oh, it's hard, man. I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. Chiesa, Elliott, Endo deserve more respect. I agree with you, Steve. I agree with you, brother. The disrespect these guys are getting is beyond belief, and something's got to be done about it. Something's got to give. They've done nothing wrong. Each time these guys come on the pitch, they do as much as they can, and they even see us through games, attacking wise and defensively as well. So I don't understand, like, why this head coach is doing things like this. You know what I mean? What's the difference? You know what I mean? You're either gonna lose, draw, or win anyway. Just give the guys a chance. I mean, in the beginning of the season, you told me I want to assess the squad. That's why we're not getting players in. You've assessed enough. Give everyone a chance. Why are you getting Chiesa if you're not going to play him? I mean, a few years ago, Chiesa was, like, one of the best young players in Europe. The guys won the Euros with Italy. And he scored important goals. Did the same for Fiorentina, did the same for Juventus. But yet, he's not even getting a sniff. He's just on the bench smiling every time because he's a nice guy. But there's talent on those feet. He's not injured anymore. He's got, he's fully fit, it looks like. He just needs the opportunity. Give him 2 or 3 games run. And they're telling me about he's a cover for Salah. How can he be cover for Salah? He's right-footed. He comes off the left. He could play as a number 9 or 10. That's what he is. Okay, he could play right in the right wing sometimes. He can't be a cover for Salah. You need something similar to Salah. A guy who's got a left foot that could cut in or whatever it is. That's how we play. It's weird, guys. Honest to God, man. And then you got Harvey Elliott coming on every single time trying to change the game, doing the right passes, taking the right shots, hit the crossbar the other day, and he doesn't even get the opportunity either. I don't know, guys. Like watching us in the Champions League and watching us in the League Cup final gave me optimism. You know what I mean? I was optimistic because it's the team that's fatigued and all that stuff. But if we keep playing the same players every single time, this is the time you have to talk about the coach. You know what I mean, the coach ain't doing the right things, man. If we beaten Fulham, we would have been 14 points clear, league done, dusted, we move. That's what we could have done, but we didn't choose to do that. We just let Fulham come into it. Now we're gonna have to panic in the last 7 games, to get it over the line. We've got West Ham at home, Leicester away. Listen, watch the Leicester game, guys. Yeah, you saw them yesterday. They were awful against Newcastle. Newcastle battered them. Look at the confidence Newcastle's got now since they beat us in the League Cup. We're giving other teams opportunities. We're supposed to put them to the sword. We're supposed to get rid of these type of teams that's got money, but we don't. We just let them do whatever they want. Oh fuck yeah! But listen, watch Leicester play well against us, and we're gonna struggle to break them down. I'm telling you, man, this is the type of team we are. Leicester, everybody's beating Leicester. Leicester's going to get relegated. But for some reason, they're going to play well against us. Sometimes we say it's the team, the opposition that does that. No, it's not. It's us. We don't really fight enough for games for us to win. We don't have fighters. We just got people that's, prima donnas. That's what they are, man. You got Soboslai still doing the hairstyles and shit. But do something on the pitch before you do shit like that, bro. I mean, come on. Van Dijk shouting at him in the Fulham game didn't make any sense to me. Van Dijk, you was having a bad game yourself, bro. You should look at yourself first before you look at other players. You don't just pick on one player. Come on, man. You got to pick Salah. Why you shout at Salah as well? Oh, man. Big up, Jason, bro. Big up, man. Big up, bro. It's been, listen, I've been away for a bit, but I'm starting to get frustrated with everything, man. Big up him, short, bro. Big up, brother. I like the picture, by the way. Chiesa has been disappointing, signing purely because of how Slot has barely played him. Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Him short. It's down to the coach. It's not down to Chiesa. Chiesa is doing his best to play. He wants to play. He wants to be part of the team. But the head coach is not giving him. Like, I've seen so many disappointing performances on the pitch. He's telling me he's Salah's cover. Well, Salah ain't playing well in the last since the turn of the year, like every year. You know what I mean? Give him a chance then. Give him a chance. He's not giving him a chance. At this point, if he gets the same game time Diaz does, he is putting out the same, if not better numbers. I think he's going to put out better numbers. I think Diaz doesn't do enough for me, man. He doesn't create enough chances. Okay, he came on as a sub here because the opposition was tiring. That's why. But when he starts games, do you really see him in the game? If you know what I mean. But Chiesa, listen, we know what Chiesa is all about. Real football fans that watch football know what Chiesa is all about. He's a top quality player. He just needs the opportunity. That's all he needs. But he's not getting it for some reason. And I don't know why. And I'm getting frustrated. Guys, I'm here for the chat, man. So please, just give me some chat. And obviously, like, share, subscribe as well. I hope you like this graphics. I've been working on it for a while. You can see down below, it's the contracts and all that stuff. But that's a screen as well. If I want to share videos with you guys, I could put that screen. Obviously, the tables on the side, you can see I created that. And obviously, the subjects are on the side. It says poor from everyone. And we're going to talk about Konate's obviously contract as well as the time goes on as well. Big up Trudeau, man. Uncle Rods isn't impressed at all. I know he doesn't rate him. Listen, Uncle Rods, stands by his guns. He said that in the beginning of the season, he's not experienced enough. He's not good enough. He said that. He said he wants what's best for his club, which is coaches that are ready and want to win every trophy, who have the CV of a winner. That's what he said. But listen, Uncle Ross is right on his own side. With me, I've always said I want to give people opportunity, and winning the Premier League in your first season is impressive enough, but you got to win it with class at the same time as well, if you know what I mean. And we're not doing that. We're just can't wait till the end of the season, but start playing football before the season ends, man. Give it your all, because next season is going to be even tougher. Teams, that are going to compete, they're going to get more players. They're going to get, they're going to give us more problems. And not only that, it's the World Cup year as well. So every team have to be in a form, above and beyond. You know what I mean? Because they've got places for international football to fight for. And that's the frightening thing about next season. It ain't going to be easy, people. I'm expecting Man City to step up. I'm expecting Arsenal to step up. I'm expecting Newcastle to step up because of the, recent wins as well. Chelsea, there's so many teams that's going to be different next season because it's the World Cup year. Every player on that pitch, no matter what team it is going to be fighting extra hard on that pitch next season. It ain't going to be easy, man. Trust me. And I'm expecting us to retain it. And I'm expecting us to compete for the Champions League as well next season. So there's a lot of things to do, man. A lot of things to do. But listen, Uncle Rod's, he said about him from day one. He just doesn't like this type of manager who's been given opportunity because of, he suits the FSG brand, cheap players and yes to everything FSG say. That's what he's saying. He wants a guy who can fight the ownership like Klopp did, instead of like catering to the owners as always. That's what he's saying, and I agree with him 100%. I need players, I need managers like that don't give a fuck. They're just here to win trophies and all that stuff. But listen, I can't argue with Arne Slot. He's going to win the Premier League in his first season, but next season he needs to buy. Guys, we haven't bought anyone last summer. So there's a few players going to be leaving in the transfer window in the summer. So if you actually put that together, that's 7 or 8 players you're probably going to need, if you know what I mean. So a lot of work ahead for him, man. Good luck to him. A lot of work ahead for him, because I think the honeymoon period is over for the manager. I think the honeymoon period is over for some of the players as well, like Szoboszlai and etc. I mean, we complain about Darwin Núñez. What is Szoboszlai doing that's different from Darwin Núñez? There ain't. He's just a Darwin Núñez midfielder. I mean, that's what he is, running up and down like a maniac. But there's nothing. There's nothing. That's what it's. Just. I mean, there's no pow. There's nothing like that. It's just air. That's it. There's nothing else. Oh man. Oh, I'm so frustrated, guys. Honestly, I haven't been like this for a while. Honestly. Szoboszlai is a Hungarian Poulsen. Oh, you mean that Danish Poulsen that was in our team that we bought from, I think, Juventus at the time? Yeah, I remember him. I just said it's Darwin Núñez of the midfield, man. That's what he is. Arcel, Núñez, Szoboszlai, Jota, Robertson, all 4 are not providing much. Yeah, listen, with Jota, that one-on-one he had, last season, probably the season before, that would have been a goal. That guy is starting to frustrate a lot of people. And I warned a lot of people in the summer about him. I said he's going to be the same next season. Injury prone, coming on, takes him time to get used to the team, and then probably fade away. And this is what's happened to him. He's faded away. He ain't doing anything. I mean, he's awful all around, man. And he frustrates me when I'm watching him. Honest to God. Absolutely frustrating when I'm watching Jota. Yeah, man. A lot of work ahead for Arne Slot, because the honeymoon period is over, like I just said, guys. Honest to God, it's gonna be tough for him. Dom is poor. He's very poor, mate. Edward, big up Edward. Big up True Don as always. Let me just read the comments, guys. Yeah, come on, mate. AK, I know you guys are doing pretty well. Come on, man. I'll give you credit. I did give you credit. Newcastle are phenomenal. Beating us gave you that extra boost as a team to think about other stuff as you go along as well. So congratulations, by the way, man. I'm gutted, because if we beat Newcastle, they would have been still like in the wilderness. They would have been in and around that area. Could we do it and all that stuff? But now, like after 70 years, they got a trophy. And when you win your first trophy, you're hungry for more. And this is what's scaring me. Look at Murphy scoring 2 goals the other day. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, JK, give me time, brother. Yeah, give me time, man. People were saying slot football wouldn't excite Liverpool fans before the season started. We were winning though, so it's just justified. It was justified. Now though, it's true. It's boring. So boring. Yeah, bro, it's boring to watch, man. I can't wait till the game is over. If we win, like 2 goals up, just end the game. That's what I say, because it's boring, man. I can't believe there's no structure in place. There's no passing ability between players. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing to fight. There's nothing, man. It's boring to watch. I just get frustrated watching us. Honest to God. Like, where's the 1-2s? Get yourself out of trouble. Pass to your player, then he passes to another person. Through ball, goal. There's nothing like that. It's just the same crap every single time. It's frustrating watching us. We're boring. Big up, John Conway. Big up, brother. Slot is too stubborn. Yeah, it's a Dutch thing, mate. You know what I mean? You know how it is. You heard that old saying, Dutch people are stubborn. You can't feed us one thing in the summer. When you told us, I have to assess the team. I'm going to look at this team. We're not going to buy anyone. You told us this. We accepted it for what it was. But we told you in the second half of the season, it's going to get tougher. I said this back in November, December. I said this. I just hope players don't get fatigued. We need players in January. That's what I said. We need at least 2 or 3 players. Get 2, minimum. But we didn't even do that. We didn't even get 1. So we continued. Look at the players now. Can't do any turns. Can't even pass to each other. Forget about turns. Can't even pass to each other. They're struggling to do 1-2s. Every other team can do it. Southampton can do it. They got relegated. They can do it. But we can't. Oh. Playing Jones in right back. Okay, he played well against Everton. Who said he's going to play well against Fulham? It happens. Sometimes you play well, but when you continue playing in the wrong position, it catches up with you. Teams find you out. Look at the clearance for the first goal. He cleared it to Sessegnon. Sessegnon hasn't even played for years, man. Sessegnon is 25, but he's been around for years. At Tottenham and Fulham before that. Doesn't do anything. All of a sudden, he scores against Liverpool. Wow. Sessegnon. Oh, my God. I'm done. I can't be asked, man. It's frustrating watching us, man. Sessegnon scored. That guy who was a Tottenham reject, who was moved on to Herrenwein, whatever they're called, in Germany. And then comes back to Fulham again. Sits on the bench for, majority of the season. Comes into the first team and scores. Oh, you know what? Just F off, man. Just F off. Slot is stopping. Yeah, 100%, Edward. I agree with you, man. But listen, if he's going to be like that as a head coach in the coming years, he'll be gone very soon. If he continues like that, man, he needs to change his ways, mate. If he thinks like 14 players in the Premier League is going to win you titles, he's got another thing coming. I mean, you could do that in Holland because it's a smaller league, but in the Premier League, it's a different story, brother. It's a different story. Gravenberch had a good first half of the season, but Gravenberch has gone back to the player he was last season. It's always going to happen, bro. When you're in a forward position, when you do certain things, you look impressive. But as the season goes on, fatigue catches up with you. If you keep playing, I'm saying, like, consistently, and people find you out. And that's what's happened to Gravenberch. You don't see him gliding past players anymore. You don't see him turning players anymore. You don't see him doing 1-2s like as he was doing before. You don't see him doing the through balls over the top like he was doing before. It doesn't do much. It just doesn't. Second half of the season, I've always said that it's the most difficult part of the season. You just need to cope with it some way, somehow. And this is what's happening right now. Like, same as last season. Same as the season before, we drop off at around this time, and it's frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. I feel sorry for Gravenberch. He's only, 22, guys. We're asking for too much. He's not a DM. He needs a DM next to him. Let's just put it that way. He needs someone with, ability of a destroyer who has that, that fear factor about him. If you look at the best teams in the world, that's what they have. I mean, they have that fear factor in the middle. People don't. If you look at the way we play sometimes, even against Fulham the other day, how many times did they run through that middle towards our goal with no one stopping them? No one tripping them up, or no one body checking them, no one punching them in the face. Do something, because they go into your goal and they're gonna score a goal. Stop them cutting through that midfield, my friend. Gravenberch ain't gonna do that. McAllister can't even run. I mean, I love McAllister, but he's not a DM. He's a number 8. You saw the goal he scored. He's that type of player. He's not going to run back and stop someone. He's not that type. That's why you need a Fabinho's. That's why you need a Roy Keanes. That's why you need a Graham Souness, Steve McMahon, Ronnie Wheelers. That's why you need them. You need these type of players. This Zubamendi kind of shit, it's not good for the Premier League. It's good for, abroad, teams like that, because they keep possession. There's no, a brutal side of the game than those leagues. It's just, Premier League is different. It's hard. It's fast. There's a lot of, body checks. There's so much that happens in the Premier League that you have to be tough enough to withstand that. And you saw Soboslai the other day, pussy in out, man. Each time he lost the ball, he was a pussy-o. He kicked the ball to the opponents. He's scared. Don't want to hold on. Don't want to do Gaza. Use his arms and back to players. He doesn't want to do that. He just kicked the ball. I mean, like that. This is what I'm saying. They come from these leagues. They don't understand, how tough the Premier League is. It's a tough league, man. Can't be a pussy in the league, man. Sorry. Big up Irishman. Big up. Please subscribe to Irishman's channel. He's got a brand new channel. He's got all the good guys in there. Nelante and JK and Lee, of course. The regulars on here. Please go subscribe to him. Big up for the agreed. We should rotate more. But in my opinion, Nunes, Endo, Simicas, Elliott aren't good enough. Either Diaz, Jota can go too. I know what you're saying, bro. I agree with you. They're not good enough. But I'd rather see something else than the same shit every game. If you know what I mean, Irishman. It's the same crap, bro. It's boring to watch. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of watching the same nonsense. We're going to lose or draw or lose. Sorry, we're going to win, draw or lose. We know that. We're going to win, draw or lose. That's what's going to happen in the game. We already know that. Anything can happen. But let's try something different, mate. While they're still here, let's try something different. They come off the bench. Nunes comes off the bench. What does he actually do? He doesn't do nothing. Comes on, it's offside again. Like, how can he be offside still? It's frustrating watching us, man. Honest to God. Offside again. Oh. Big up Alexandra. Big up. I should start watching the second half. First half have been hard to watch. Yeah, we're a second half team, bro. But the thing is, now both of them ain't working. You know what I mean? Both of them, it's not working. And the worst part of it is when Arne starts making substitutions like 3 or 4 in a row. I'm thinking, bro, you should have made that in half time. Why are you taking a few minutes to get players on? The first half was appalling. Soboslai was shit. Salah was shit. Van Dijk was shit. Konate was shit. Robertson was shit. You got to make substitutions at half time, because it's not the first time this happening in games. It's happening in previous games. Change up in the half time. Not when you're bloody about 20 minutes into the second half, my friend. Come on, bro. Big up Casper, bro. Big up, man. Man United are doing well, aren't they? Gravenberch is overrated. Played well for 4 months max. I think he's good, bro. I've always backed Gravenberch. I'm not gonna give up on Gravenberch. That's it. Let me just put it that way. I'm not gonna give up on Gravenberch. I just think, like, if he had the destroyer next to him, there'll be more to his game than what we're seeing. He's doing too much, in my opinion, bro. He's doing too much. Big up Trudon as always. Well, oh man, if that happened, would be better with Caicedo. Imagine we had Caicedo in that midfield. We'd be laughing at every other team, bro. We'll be laughing at every other team if we had Caicedo, man. We blew it. We absolutely blew it with that one. Damn. And then a team like Chelsea that don't compete for anything, that takes him, man. It's Ballers FC. I've been watching that, man. It's quite good, that Ballers thing. People said Slot was ruthless because he took Kwanzaa off. Bro, go and watch back. I think I was doing a live watch along for that Ipswich game. And I did say at the time, okay, you're taking the youngster off like that. I hope you do that with the big players as well. And he hasn't done that since. So About the ruthless side, I'll take that back. He ain't ruthless, bro. He ain't that ruthless. If you're still timid with the senior players, then there's something wrong with you as a head coach. You know what I mean, no players should dominate you as a head coach. Let me just put it that way. And a lot of players have been doing that. You know what I mean, yeah, guys, as you can see, man, I've been on for a bit, obviously 42 minutes. Please hit the like button, subscription button, notification button, all that good stuff. Please get in the comments as well. I will respond to you guys, of course, as I'm doing. That's what I'm here for today. Just give me time. Hopefully, I could bring on JK as well. I'm going to talk about the contract with Konate as well. And Van Dijk has said his one is, progressing very well. So that's not bad. That is not bad. Liverpool have benefited from other teams just being poorer than us. Yeah, Man United. Sorry, that's what am I saying? That's Mr. G. And we've been consistent in terms of results this season because we are an absolute eyesore to watch. G, let me say something, bro. I'm not going to discredit our performance this season. I think we've been phenomenal. Just losing 2 games. Mainly, look at the teams we lost to. Any other circumstances, bro, we beat those teams. Let's just put it that way. Have the other teams been poor? Yes, I agree with you. But somebody had to take the opportunity. It wasn't even meant to be our season, bro. It was meant to be Arsenal's season, as everybody said in the beginning of the season. But we've taken the opportunity. I'm just looking forward to next season, bro. I really hope, we sign the right players and, take us to the next level, which is, retaining the league and competing for the Champions League, hopefully getting to the final and winning the Champions League as well. That's what I'm looking forward to next season. This season, obviously, winning the Premier League is key. I'll take it anyway, bro. I'll take it anyway. Let me bring on JK. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's song, man. It's been an interesting conversation. Very interesting. Let me go back to this. Let me bring them on. Ooh. JK, you there?
Yes, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. Let me just sort out my background, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, so what do you think about what I've been saying, bro? Like,
I tell you the truth, I agree with most of what you said. What are the players actually doing? What are you doing? You're getting 140 grand a week and you can't even pass the ball straight. You understand what I'm saying, bro? You got an engine like a good engine, Sabotsalai I'm talking about. He's the one guy out of the whole team on 12-man show after the game. Yeah. I called out and stuff. I don't call players out, bro. I don't do it. I ain't got the time to do that all the time. Moaning about players all the time. But for me, Sabotsalai's reached that point now. I just couldn't fucking believe my eyes, believe what I was seeing. You're playing for Liverpool Football Club, bro. You got married a month ago. Off-field things have ruined his first 2 seasons with us.
Yeah.
Girlfriend here, not getting married, whatever. That's your personal life, bro. Deal with it. But when you play for Liverpool, you got to shut that off. That makes me a proper professional. Mm-hmm. You don't let off-field things affect your game on the pitch because that's where you're getting paid. Fans don't really care if you had an argument with your wife before the game. If you understand my point, they're not going to get involved in that sort of nonsense. Yeah. But when it comes to football, you got to do your job, bro. Because if you work for any big company and you come in and you're specified to do a certain job and you're not doing it right, you make a mistake 1 week, then the week after you do it again, the week after you do it again, your boss is going to turn around and say, hey, bro, here's your papers. We don't need you no more. We're getting someone else in.
Yeah.
And with football, I think fatigue has played a part, but I also believe that Slot's stubbornness to change his format of the way he wants to play the team and which players to play in that team has sort of caught up with him, We've lost 3 games out of 4.
Yeah.
After going the whole season without losing, bro. 1 game we lost to Forest.
Mm-hmm.
And 1-0 to Tottenham in the first leg of the Carabao Cup. That was it all season. And Plymouth. I don't really count Plymouth. That was just a joke. But all in all, bro, if we're going to win the league, And I think if it was a tight title race right now,
Hmm.
a lot of fans would be putting heat on Slot. You know, we're sort of just saying a few things about Slot, but I think if that 11-point gap weren't there and it was like a point, I think a lot of noise would be
Do
coming
you
in.
think that the fans that have the within their right to have a go at him for now? Because it's been like since the turn of the year, he's been using the same players and nothing ever changes, bro. Like I said, we're boring to watch, bro. I can't
Yeah,
watch him.
it is actually. It is actually boring. It isn't like the Klopp football. You know, Klopp is a different kettle of fish compared to Slot and stuff. But for me, sometimes I want the crash bang football. Fifth gear, deal with the opposition. I
Yeah,
said
pass the
to
right passes, isn't it, JK? Pass the right passes, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing like 1-2s and then you get yourself out of trouble and it leads to a through ball. A striker goes on and scores it. There's nothing like that, you know, JK. It's
yeah,
just the same.
nothing.
There's no crosses in the box either. Do you even see crosses in the box?
Not
You know what I
really.
mean? So this is what I'm saying. Like there's nothing that shows you that's it's good to watch. Like I like what I see, kind of thing. There's nothing like that. It's just the same thing every game, and it's never changed since the turn of the year. And Salah, like, what has he done, bro? Sometimes we need to look at Salah, bro, because we're forgetting he scored goals, yeah, penalties, but what has he done? You know, like in regards to open play, he doesn't create chances anymore. He doesn't really, you know, contribute a lot. Like you look at him, and when he's running at a defender, he's running straight at the defender, and he loses the ball. And the worst part of it is when he loses the ball, JK, he doesn't even run back to win it back. I mean, like he expects other people to run back for him, and you're not Messi, bro. You're not Maradona. I mean, you're good, obviously, but if you lose the ball, you better fucking run back and get the ball, bro. I'm not asking other people to get it for you. I'm expecting you to get it. You're getting paid the most money at the football club. Okay, you score goals. Thank you for the beginning of the season, like you always do. But the second part of the season, you're nowhere to be seen. Because you know you can't get past defenders. They're more tighter, they're more close to you, they're more, you know, aggressive towards you. That's why you're not doing what you normally do. Because the second part of the season, like I always say, is the toughest part of the season because our teams have something to play for, which is fighting out of relegation, finishing as high as possible to get more money, playing
Europe,
in
yeah.
the Europa League, playing for Champions League football, and of course competing for the Championship. Everybody, top 5 go into the Champions League this season. I mean, so next season. So this season, if you finish in the top 5, you're in the Champions League. So everybody is fighting for something, and you know, like, bro, I'm fuming at all the players. It's not just one. It's not one or two. Even Van Dijk, I'm having a go at, man, because he's been atrocious, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the leader of the team. You lead by example. Stop making mistakes, man. You're letting your centre-back partner do a Cruyff turn in the box. Have a go at him. As soon as he got away with it, get him by the scruff of the neck and tell him, mate, stop doing that. And I'm hearing Konate saying, I want to be better than Van Dijk. You're never going to be better than Van Dijk because you ain't got the brain. You ain't got the brain for that. Your brain is somewhere else. Come on, man.
Konate is beginning to wind me up because actually not even Konate. If he got a contract that he was happy with, because like, they're talking about his contract now, we didn't even sort the other contracts out. Konate's been added to that list now. And that's been going on all season as well. He did an interview once, I think, pre-game, and he was talking about his contract or something. And I'm thinking, that's not really professional for me. Konate's got a nice sense of humour. He's a top lad. I really like Konate. Top lad. If you met him, I think he would be a really nice guy and stuff. Yeah, but for me, there's a way to behave. And if you're not happy with the contract situation with Liverpool, talk to the club, you know, find out what's going on. And if your heart's not in it to stay here and you want to go back to Paris, play for PSG, fair enough. We'll get a fee for him because he'll have a year left after his this season finishes.
Yeah.
I'll let him go. I'm serious about that. Me and 12th Man were really sort of peed off with Konate at the end of last season. Both of us said, you know what, I'd sell him. He came back into this season and he was great. And I think, you know what, he kept us at the top of the league. He didn't start the first game. Came on a sub. But He didn't look back after that. As soon as he got injured, bro, that's what happens. Certain players can get injured and come back like they never got injured. Gapco hasn't done that. Kanate hasn't done that. It took Kanate about 2-3 games to find his feet. Curtis Jones, another guy, got injured, couldn't find his feet for 3-4 games.
Exactly. Same as Jota as well.
Jota as well.
We're still waiting for Jota, by the way.
You know? And I'm going to tell you one thing, bro. You were talking about McAllister can't run and Gravenberch is not a DM. We've got bullied in every game we've lost in the last 4.
Yes.
The 3 defeats have all became a loss because of us being wimps and getting bullied by Fulham, Newcastle, and PSG.
Mm-hmm.
That is a joke. We lost all 3 games, bro. 3 games we lost there. Why? Because we allowed the opposition to have a cup of tea with us, a little sandwich, maybe even stay over for fucking dinner and breakfast the next morning. And that's what we doing. That's what we do. We gifted Fulham them goals. We gift goals, bro. And that's our downfall. We don't let good goals go in. A team ain't going to pass 3, 4, 5 times around us and score. They don't do that, bro.
No.
We gift them goals. Curtis, Robertson. Robertson had 3 chances to clear that ball. Well, 2 chances to clear that ball the other day. What's he doing? He keeps on still bloody passing to the guy. I'm like, what's going on with your head, bro?
Yeah, Robertson.
So it's that carelessness and for me being wimps.
Yeah, you see, I think Soboslai, as soon as the ball comes to him, he wants to get rid of it. I mean, he just kicks it. I told people, I played football. You know what I mean? I played in some sort of levels, innit? When people do that, that means they're scared, man. When they just kick the ball anywhere, they're not even aiming for players. They're just kicking it in front of our goal to the opponents. You know what I mean? To score a goal and take a shot out of our goal.
But bro, when you think about Salah getting man-marked by 1 or 2 guys most games, Salah should use his initiative and brain and think, you know what? I can take a bit of an advantage over there.
Exactly.
Salah's getting proper man-marked by 2 guys majority of the games.
Yeah.
So Salah don't use his own bloody brain saying, you know what, I'm going to get that ball and fill that area where he's made space for me now.
Exactly. Did you see the goal, guys, chat as well? Did you see the goal McAllister scored? That's the type of goal Soboslai should be scoring. Because if you look at the majority of the games that he plays, he's always in that position and he always passes to Salah. Every time. Imagine he takes shots like McAllister did. He probably double figures now, man. You know what I mean? Think about what I'm saying, guys. You see him in that position and he hesitates to shoot and he passes to Salah always. I mean, but this is what the leadership is supposed to come in as well. Salah's supposed to tell him, mate, stop passing me the fucking ball. Start shooting, man. Start shooting. I mean, you keep passing me the ball in difficult areas that I can't do nothing with the ball with. But you're in a better position. Hit the top corner, which you can with your ability. I mean, I'm not here for timid players, man. Premier League is a tough league. If you don't toughen up, man, you're just going to be lost in that, man. And that's what worries me about these players. And listen, I said that in the beginning, JK. We've lost a lot of players in the last couple of summers and brought nothing in return, yeah?
Exactly.
Next season, what's the maximum players that you need? And the minimum after that, if we can't get that maximum?
Okay, I'm going to just say one thing quickly about that. I feel when you look at our squad, from top to bottom, it's a quality squad. It's like got us to the top of the Premier League. It's got us to the top. It got us to the top of the Champions League table. Got us to the final of the Carabao.
Yeah.
So for me, there's no problem with the players, bro. So there's about 2 or 3 guys I might allow to go. Simicas, maybe a Jota, and a DM guy I'd love to bring in. So there's the options, like 3 guys I'd love to bring in. But I just feel that the fatigue, what happens when you're tired, you allow other things to take over you. And that's just logic, you know? So when you're battered thinking, you know what, I can't bloody run no more, what's going to happen? You're going to get 40-year-old guys who are on the pitch like Ashley Young, still playing, running past you, bro. Because of fatigue. And I blame, I'm not been against Slot all season.
Yeah.
But for me, ever since that Southampton 3-1 game, that brother ain't been right. Because why? Look at the first lineup. Look at the lineup we started with against Southampton, bro.
Yeah.
What a joke that lineup was.
It was the same
Like-
lineup in the Champions League, wasn't it?
Like, why do you need to play Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah even? Like, realistically, even a Virgil. If Curtis Jones and Endo, I keep saying this, if Curtis Jones and Endo can't play against Southampton at Anfield, them brothers shouldn't even be at the club.
There should be a touching a ball, mate. There should not be
Yeah.
touching any football ever at Liverpool Football Club.
I'm better than Szoboszlai. If you give me his engine, like his engine compared to mine, yeah, I'm a better player than Szoboszlai. I'm being serious here, bro. I played a lot of football. I've done 700 kick-ups in one go one time. But football-wise, brain-wise, I always say this, Gundogan, okay? Gundogan, not the fastest guy in the world, not the toughest guy in the world. But 2 seasons ago, he was the best player in the Premier League for me when he won it.
Why? Because he's 2 steps
He's
ahead
got a
of you.
brain in his head. He's got
There
a
you
brain
go.
and he uses it.
There you go.
Szoboszlai's too, I'm a pop star, Giorgio Armani model type of guy. He's flashy, you know. He's that type of guy, bro.
Yeah, he drives the Lambo and all that stuff. We know.
He loves that things. He loves that. And for me, yeah, fair play, bro. But put a shift into so fans can say, you know what, you've earned that.
Yeah.
So Szoboszlai is for me the biggest. Like Gravenberch played pretty well against Fulham.
Yeah.
When you look at the game again, I think Gravenberch played pretty well compared to what he's played in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Definitely much, much better. McAllister scored, so he did his part. It was Szoboszlai again, the weak link.
Yeah, man. That's our number 10, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll take 10.
Imagine getting a proper DM, JK, and then releasing McAllister in that number 10 role. Imagine that.
Yeah, but you know what it is, bro? If he isn't doing it already, like you got Gravenberch playing the DM role, then you got McAllister, Szoboszlai either side and a bit forward. So McAllister's had the opportunities to play that 10 role, bro. Because when you play football, you end up being in a position you shouldn't really be in. You should be somewhere else on the pitch. Because what happens, you'll get the ball in front of the goal and you're like, little slide ball through. Left side, right side, whatever. If you're playing the 8 role or the 10 role, whatever, you're in that position to do them sort of things. I used to love passing and setting up goals.
It was my favorite. It was my favorite.
I used to love it. I just do.
Baggio kind of thing, isn't it, man?
It's just a nice feeling that you've done something that's opened the opposition up, and I don't see that now.
The goal scorer is going to get the credit, but it's what you do. The quality is the player that creates the goals. You know what I mean? That's the quality, because that's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? Putting the ball on a player's runs and all that stuff, or the player's heads and all that. That's a specialty of a player. That's why I love, when I was growing up, I love creativity players like Maradonas, you know, Baggios, Georgie Haji, you know, like players like that. You know what I mean? It's a dime of a dozen nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But this is my favorite players, man. I love players like Totti's, you know, Del Piero's, Zidane's, Djokovic, you know what I mean, for France as well. Yeah, these are dime of a dozen players, man. These are the kind of players that used to interest me, like playing in that intelligent role. It's very intelligent. It wasn't always about the goal scoring for me. It's all about the creativity side, because, you know, if you could play the right passes with the right pace, JK, there's nothing more special than that, is it?
There's nothing more special than that, bro. And I think what it is with Szoboszlai, him running around like a madman for the last 2 seasons.
Hang on 1 second. Do you agree with the fans that say he's Henderson's better than him? Henderson offered more than this guy.
Henderson shouted more on the pitch and got involved a bit more, and you realise there was a captain on the pitch with Henderson, for example. What I liked about Henderson is he was loud. He might not be the best player, but he was loud on that pitch. No one shouts on our pitch, bro. Bar Steve Van Dijk.
I only heard Van Dijk shouting at Szoboszlai.
Yeah,
that's all I heard. I didn't hear him shout about. I didn't hear him shout, you know, about Salah's performances or Konate's mistakes. You know, some players, it's just pick on certain players because they're easy targets. It's just like I said about the coach, and I told you that before, JK. I think you was around when I said it. Okay, you can take Kwanzaa off in the first game of the season against Ipswich. I hope you do that with the rest of the players when they're having bad performances, no matter the player. And he hasn't done that since. I mean, I don't know if you agree with me. I can't. Salah's still playing. I mean, Robertson is still playing. Konate is still, I mean, these guys are still, they're making mistakes like Kwanzaa did in the beginning of the season, and they're still playing. I mean, so don't pick on the easy targets. That's what I say, JK. Make sure as a head coach you treat everyone the same, man.
Yeah.
You have to, bro, because otherwise they're gonna walk all over you eventually. But yeah, it is what it is. Let me just read Irishman's comment. He says, "We have zero creativity. That bit of quality between Diaz and Jota to score versus Everton stood out like a sore thumb. Why? Because we never do it. That's true, you know. Spot on about that, bro. Quick one toes and clever passes are beyond us. Yeah, you're spot on. Do you agree with that, JK?
Yeah, because when you look at that goal there, it was just nice, and the way football should be played. And I've become very bored in the last 4 games. And when you see little 1-2s in the box and a quick like bang bang, remember Diaz's set up for Darwin in the Southampton game? Do you remember? He just got the ball, beat the guy, cross, bang, bang. We haven't done that since then, bro. I celebrated that goal so much. Why? Because I've seen us play the basics of football.
Yes, brother.
What are we doing half the bloody game, bro? Like, what's the initiative here? What's going on here, lads? Like, do you want to win this fucking game? You know? And I also agreed with your comment earlier about Slot changing subs at 10 minutes into the second half. I'm like, bro, get it done at half time.
Exactly, bro.
As soon as the half-time whistle's blown, the guys you've got in your head who you want to start the second half, tell them to keep running around on the pitch. Don't come into the changing rooms. Get warmed up, 10 minutes, and you'll be ready to play the second half. So them sort of things have been winding me up about Slot. And still, his team don't say to him, look, Szoboszlai's not working out. And say Jota, them 2 guys. Because for me, Gravenberch played all right against Fulham. Szoboszlai and Jota ain't working out. We've got to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
I prefer Curtis Jones to Szoboszlai.
I'm done with Szoboszlai, bro. You know, I was the biggest fan of Szoboszlai. Was in the past tense. You know what I mean? Was. I can't trust this guy anymore, man. He just runs, bro. That's all he does. Just runs and closes down teams. There's no quality. You need quality with that. I mean, we need a number 10 that plays at number 10. That's how he does for Hungary, but for Liverpool,
he's not hungry.
He's the Darwin Núñez of midfield. That's all he is. It's man.
He'll do one thing in every 5 games.
Yes, spot on. And then you forget about it.
And when you're playing for a team like Liverpool, you're on top of the Premier League, bro. Luis Diaz has got 5 assists now. We ain't got enough assists from them guys. Szoboszlai.
I think they put a chart up, didn't they, in the Sky Sports, didn't they? Okay. About the amount of creativity and goals that come from midfield in the second half of the season, which is basically non-existent. It wasn't even a lot.
Yeah. Because when you're tired, you ain't creating nothing.
No.
You know? You're just happy to do the basics when you're tired. Creativity comes when you feel comfortable in a position you're playing for the team.
Yeah.
And I feel Szoboszlai don't feel comfortable playing within the team. Still not yet. Like for Hungary and Leipzig, he was great. Why?
He was scoring some crackers, wasn't he, from outside the box? Long ranges.
Shooting, everything.
It's a shame, man. It's a shame because there's a talent there, bro. But he's not exploiting it. You know, we're not using it in the right way. This is what pisses me off, JK. I want to ask you this question. Do the coaches do enough, bro, like with the players? Because if you're making the same errors in every game, to me, it seems like they're not being told, mate, let's look at the video. Let's go and analyze your game. I mean, and we've got to fix this. Because I see the same mistakes in every game from the same players. Jota, losing possession. Jota, missing easy chances in front of goal. Jota, not making the right passes. We already know what Jota does, isn't it? That's all. That sums him up. Szoboszlai running after closing down teams, but not even winning the ball back. By the way, that's the funny thing about it. He never wins the ball back, and then he disappears in the game. You don't see him do anything after that, and it's the same kind of thing every game. So if you're doing the same thing every game, where's the after game taking him to obviously the team that analyzes obviously their game individually and discussing it. Like, where is that, bro? Because you're making the same mistakes every game.
It's true. It's true. It's actually worrying about Slot. You'd think if a team that he's picked have got beat in 2 games in a row, you would think straight away he's the guy who's going to change it around a bit.
Yeah.
And he's still sticking to Szoboszlai and Jota, for example. I'd rather have Curtis and Darwin Núñez in them positions. Even Diaz, I'd rather play Diaz than 9.
Man, give Diaz a chance as well, bro. Like, what is going on, man?
I just don't understand Slot right now. What game is he playing? Like, I know he wants to win every game. Don't get me wrong. He's the Liverpool manager. He wants to win everything. But common sense. Yeah, he looks like a guy who's got common sense, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, when you hear him.
When you look at him, his persona, his aura, you think, yeah, this guy knows he's a fucking solid guy, this guy. But I just feel sometimes, bro, he's got the whole responsibility of Liverpool Football Club on his shoulders.
Yeah.
We're just taking for granted, like, you know, like it's a piece of cake for him. Nah, bro, it's our bloody work. Because what happens is, if the results don't go your way, you're going to get noise from this side, and Slot's name in the last month has gone sort of 50%, 60%, 70% down. Before that,
let me add on to that. Do you think the honeymoon period is over now? Or he still has it? Because he didn't buy it. He hasn't got his own players yet. You know what I mean? All that stuff.
Yeah, but honestly speaking, bro, I can't really see him getting his own players anytime soon.
Thank you very much.
With the way
that we have, hell no.
Forget about it. Forget about it, man.
Forget about it. Don't hope.
Been there, done that, and I don't want to hear we're gonna have a big summer.
Yeah.
Really, I don't really want to hear that because for me,
spot on.
The only big summer we're having is the procession for the league title. We're hopefully gonna win.
Yeah.
That's the only big summer I'm thinking about, bro. Realistically, signings wise, nah, man. But I think Jota, Robertson, Tsimikas. I like Robertson, and I think in the Everton game he played pretty well. Probably one of our best defenders in that game, and then he comes in against Fulham and does that nonsense. Yeah, inconsistency. Jota, goal against Everton, world class goal, top goal,
bro.
And then what happens against Fulham, bro? Second half kicks off, he's through. He's got that 1-on-1 with the goalie, bro. Use your right foot, the outside of your right foot, and flick it to the right of the goalie, to the left of the goalie. Your right.
Yeah.
Simple as. Oh, like that position he got in, bro. That was 3-2 then.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
That was 3-2
I didn't see it. I was away from the first half. I didn't see it.
Okay, bro. Jota was through.
And I checked it out, and I couldn't believe he missed that chance. I said, "Wow, that's a typical Jota chance."
Yeah.
He was on the way. Oh, man.
That was a beautiful chance. Just a little flick on the right foot. Bang, that was a goal. And I think from there, I tell you the truth, we would have won that game there. Because for me, we had a few chances in that game to score. Salah had that open goal. And Jota, them 2 chances, that was a 3-3 there. Elliot hit the bar. Elliot looked lively when he came on and stuff. But I'm not really thinking about Sunday's game against West Ham now. Like, you know, it's going to be the same lineup, maybe. And I think
it's gonna change, bro. It's never gonna change, is it? Like, we've been hoping. I remember we do the starting lineup in it, and then it's always the same players. Well, we might as well just do the starting lineup now and just pick the same players.
Same players, bro.
Same players, bro. It's the same thing, different game, man. It's just, it's hard to watch, bro. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, especially when you're not even looking forward to watching the game because you know it's boring at the same time as well, bro. It's just boring, bro. I can't watch it anymore. I'm not even like normally, you know, you have that, you know, that urge, you know, you can't wait to watch the Liverpool game. Now I can't be bothered, man. I mean, it doesn't give you that motivation to enjoy it anymore because, okay, we're winning and all that stuff, but it's boring, bro. Like there's nothing. It's just dead. Oh man.
You know why, bro? I think I've been reading a lot of stuff recently, and I've been saying this for a long time. When you look at football, it's become a game where managers are in positions where they cannot risk losing, because what will happen, they'll lose their 150 grand a week job and should be replaced by someone else. So what's happened is Ronald de Boer came to Crystal Palace, lasted 4 games, and he was
I
gone.
remember, yeah.
So now you've got managers who are not going to risk playing fancy football to excite the fans, to get goals, because they might get battered 4-3 on the counter attacks. I think Slot has come into Liverpool and thinking, you know what? He started off good because he needed to show the fans what he's all about. And what's happened is, ever since the Premier League sort of been secured in a weird sort of way, since the West Ham Arsenal game, he's gone into a cautious sort of regime.
Let's just make sure we win the game, kind of thing. Yeah.
Sort of. Hence why we start off slow and put the foot down second half.
Yeah.
And what's happened is he's come back and bit him in the backside.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right.
And yeah, and for me, it's that. I think that, along with the tiredness of the players that we say who we need to change in that system he plays.
Yeah.
Gravenberch, Endo. I'd rather have a fit Endo than a 50% Gravenberch any day of the week.
Bro. Exactly, bro. Are we forgetting what Endo done last season? You know what I mean? The way he dominated teams with his aggression and his positivity in the game. Are we forgetting that? Like, we just got amnesia? Are we forgetting like he came on in certain games this season and changed it for us? Are we forgetting like this season he started a couple of games and he played pretty well as a centre back and things like that out of position? You know what I mean? So it's not like the guy's attitude stinks or anything like that.
There you go.
I mean, this is what you need in a footballer, a guy who's got the right attitude for your football club, and that's what Endo does. I'm not saying like keep him next season or anything like that. I'd rather keep him in, but I'm saying like, you know, you're still gonna need the guy who's gonna start the game. He's not a bad person to have around the squad, especially, you know, covering in certain positions. But now, like, you've got 7 games to go. Rest the likes of Gravenberch, rest the likes of Soboslai, you know what I mean, and give other people opportunities, man. It ain't that hard. I mean, you're playing against West Ham at home. You expect to win that game no matter who starts in the team.
Yeah.
I mean, so
even if Arne Slot and Hettinger are starting, bloody hell, we should win against West Ham.
Exactly, bro.
Southampton made it hard for ourselves.
Oh my God.
PSG.
Really, how bad the season was going to be.
Say that again, bro.
I said we should have realized after that game how bad the next games are going to be. You know what I mean? Because we was awful. Southampton are relegated, bro, and they outplayed us in that first half. I think the first half was 0-0 or something, as I remember.
No, 1-0 to them.
1-0 to them.
Yeah.
Worse.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Worse. A relegated team. You know what I mean? And then you think to yourself, that Plymouth game was a fluke. No, we've been terrible, man. In the second half of the season, we've been rubbish. It doesn't matter who starts. Oh man, yeah, that Southampton game, because the next game was the PSG in it.
Yeah,
we realized like how bad things were gonna be if we were playing like that against Southampton, bro. And that was our first team, by the way. He didn't rest any players. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly. And then what happens? Darwin scores, gets a penalty. In Paris, he got an assist for Harvey Elliott. So for me, Harvey Elliott, who I feel has played pretty well every time he showed up in the games.
Yes, he has. Right,
I'm playing Darwin and bloody Harvey Elliott than Szoboszlai and Jota. I tell you that now, bro.
There you go.
Is this like, use your brain, football managers like Arne Slot. Like, it ain't like Szoboszlai and Gravenberch are your players you used to train in Holland.
Exactly. You owe them anything, like you owe
them. Like you know when you owe them one and that. No, bro. You didn't even know Szoboszlai. Really. The big fee for him. When you look at the fee we paid for Szoboszlai,
65 million, bro, man. Like that's a fucking.
That's disappointing, man.
I'm sorry about the language I use, guys. Yeah, this is me. I'm being me now. You know what I mean? If I feel something, I'm gonna say it. It's a joke, man. You pay 65 million for a player, and it shows that. You know, like, at least give us glimpse of your ability, something like, to believing in you in the future. You're not even giving me anything. You know what I mean? The only thing that's becoming different is your hairstyle. It's getting longer every time we see you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man. Take your footballing, ability seriously, man, because you need it, man. Because no other big club's going to take you playing like this. If you're aiming for, Real Madrid one day, and that's, you're rubbish, bro. Rubbish, man.
And the thing is, it's like,
I just can't believe I'm saying that, because I'm a big fan of his, bro. And you know that, JK. I'm a big fan of Spotify. I was saying the next Kevin De Bruyne, I see something like that in his ability.
yeah.
But not even close, bro. I mean, even Naby Keita's done more than him. That's how bad it is. You know what I mean? Come on. At least Naby Keita run with the ball and score some goals like that. This guy is just like walking around the pitch, running around like an idiot, headless chicken. Oh,
Conserve your energy as a midfielder. It's like very important. Like, you played enough football games, like, to realize, okay, I'm getting battered on about 65 minutes. I feel fucked. I can't even run no more. So what I'll do in the first half is, because we're not playing full gas first half as well.
nah,
Do you
bro,
understand
we
what I'm
ain't,
saying,
man.
bro?
We ain't, bro. We're not even putting anything into the first half.
There you go. So he's on holiday first half. He's on break. He's on a break. The show starts second half. The majority of the season it's been like that. So second half, he's already done by 65 minutes. What's that all about, bro?
I don't know, bro. I really don't know, bro. I mean, and it's like I said earlier, like I said earlier, the second half, bring on the fresh legs, man. Get rid of those players. Don't give them 20 minutes, man. Just get them off, man. Get them off. You've been doing that in the last 7, 8 games, the same shit, and it's not working. Just get rid of them, man. Get them out. All we had to do is beat Fulham, and the league title was over, and we couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
Now we're giving Arsenal a little bit of hope. I know we've won the league, but we should give them no hope. 14 points clear we could have been, guys. And we could have, give other players opportunities. But we can't even do that. You're 1-0 up against Fulham away, who haven't beaten you since Clint Dempsey was there. You know how long ago that is? That's a long time ago.
A long time, bro.
Dempsey was supposed to replace Henderson.
Yeah,
when he first came to Liverpool, we're forgetting that. That's how long ago it is. Freaking hell, man.
I'm going to say something quickly, bro. Like, when you look at each individual, Darwin, on his day, when he wants to play, he can score goals. He can do something. He does stuff in games. Yotta's goal against Everton. Szoboszlai's game against Man City away. Tottenham in the 6-3. Yeah. Top class, bro. All of us were like, fucking yeah, he's there now. He's reached that level.
Yeah.
The week we needed him and say Yotta to step up was that PSG game to start off with. The 3-1 against Southampton, we wrapped up. But for me, that PSG game was the game. Szoboszlai and Yotta should have stepped up, bro. And it's like, we've seen glimpses of Szoboszlai doing something.
Yeah, the Man City,
but football's all about consistency, bro.
Yeah.
It's all about consistency. That's why you become a world-class player, bro. I could play for Liverpool against West Ham, score 2 goals, and they were like, this Indian lad's worth 120 million. He's in our youth system. I'm 18 years old, bro. And they'll be like, yeah, he's great. Mm-hmm. Next game, I get an assist. Then I don't do nothing in the next game. And then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And then you think, oh, this guy's only worth about 10 million.
Exactly, bro. I don't think Szoboszlai's worth 65. No way, mate. There's no way Szoboszlai's worth that much, mate. I'll be even crying for 10 million, man.
Honestly, saying, I would say 40 would have been all right for him. Look, for me, it ain't our money, because FSG are tight sods anyway. So for me, whatever they paid, they had to pay it to get the guy. So for me, I'm not an accountant no more for the club like I used to be back in the days. Working out this figures off of the club make this much money. Sod that. Them days are over for me. Now it's about, I want players in that team, even if they cost a little bit extra, that you are willing to play, instead of giving Harvey Elliott 10 minutes there, Chiesa 12 minutes there, Darwin Núñez 13 minutes there. Sod that.
Yeah, that's true. I want to get to the next, obviously, segment. Like, I want to talk about Konate's demand for 200k a week. JK, but let me read the comments. I don't want to be rude. Big up Ravik for coming on, bro. Appreciate that. Big up Abdul for coming on. Appreciate that, brothers.
Bless, man.
Ballers FC. Have you been watching this Ballers thing on TV? this
No,
new
what's that?
thing, this ballers. There's things called ballers or something on TV. It's like a father side kind of thing. YouTubers.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that.
yeah. It's in
Yeah.
Germany, no?
I don't know. I haven't. I don't.
Yeah,
I'll
I've
listen
seen
to it.
something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what Ball is saying. I'm worried about Konate leaving. He was subbed off in the final, and he smiled walking off. Whenever we are losing, he gets taken off. I think he's off to PSG this summer. What do you think of Konate? Because I'm confused, guys. Yeah, that's to you, to the chat as well.
Mhm.
What's the point taking him off if you're going to put Gravenberch back in defense? Like, what's Gravenberch going to make? What difference is Gravenberch going to make being a centre back than Konate?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. You might as well just take Gravenberch off. It's weird. But do you agree with this comment from Ballers, bro?
I think realistically, the way Kanata has been acting about this contract talk, I should be man of the match more. I think he's doing it as a joke and stuff, but sometimes behind a joke, there's something serious, if you understand what I mean. So Kanate might feel that Van Dijk gets the limelight. Bruv, he's the captain. He's the best centre back in the world. Hence why he gets the limelight and why people praise him. Why? Because he's been the best centre back the last 7-8 years in the world, probably longer, you know. Let's say 7 years. And Kanate wants that same sort of feeling of you're a great player, bro. But if you don't concentrate on that game, and Kanate has concentration spasms where he don't concentrate, and what happens? He ends up giving in that first half, he gave a penalty away, and then he gave the corner away, didn't he, as well? Yeah, and then on top of that, you got Jones. Jones set up Sessignon, he's not started all bloody 6 years. He's not played in 6 years starting.
I can't believe it. I was shocked. I was really shocked.
And then the other lad.
That's embarrassing, that, bro. That's embarrassing, mate.
And the other lad, the ex-Evertonian Arsenal winger, Iwobi, is it?
Iwobi, yeah.
He hasn't scored for 12 games, bro.
He was man of the match, and he's shit. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth.
He isn't great, but he's okay for me.
To me, he's got no ability that stands out for him to be a top player. I'm just being honest about Iwobi.
How did he even score that goal, bro? Like, when you look at that goal again, Konate was there, Gravenberch was there, Robertson was there, and Kelleher.
Because Robertson made 3 mistakes in that. First of all, passing the ball across the box. Second of all, headering back to him. And 1 second, bro. You take over, yeah? I need to answer the phone.
Yeah, for me, like, what are you doing as a defense? Work it out, you know. You got 3 times. Okay, and when Van Dijk got skinned, Robertson as a left back should have looked at that ball and realize if Van Dijk don't get that ball, that guy might get through. So I might just sort of drop and sweep up behind him. And that is, for me, common sense football. You know, defenders need to cover each other. That's the format of a defender sometimes, you know. Or using your brain thinking, okay, why is Haaland one of the best strikers in the world? He's not the fastest, he's not got the most skill, but he knows exactly where the ball's going to be. Hence why he scores all them goals. He knows if he's going to hit the post, I need to stand here. Bang, he's there, he scores. And I think defenders need to do the same when a guy might get the ball and score. You've got to use your brain now. So Virgil should have cleared it maybe first time. But Robertson should have been there, just clearing up at the back, coming across and stopping that guy scoring that goal, bro. Simple as. Robertson, I can't believe what he did. Against Everton, I was like, yo, that's the Robertson who was like the Robertson of old. Defending, getting stuck in and attacking. He did a beautiful cross in that game for your but he missed it. But it was just a beauty. And then he has that game against... I think this is the worst season Robertson's ever had with the club.
Bro, he's struggling. You know, like, you know, in life, let me just, as an ex-football, as a coach, in life, you know, I realized my ability wasn't there when I reached my 30s. Like, you know, like a lot of injuries and my brain, you know, my legs wasn't doing what it used to. I used to be a quick player, quick get past players with ability, with skills, all that stuff. And I couldn't do that anymore. And that's what's happening to Robertson. Robertson, guys, I don't know if you know, Robertson is younger than Salah, he's younger than Van Dijk, and he's playing like he's older than both of them. That should tell you his body is taking enough beatings down the years, and it's his fault. Let me just put it that way. We brought Tsimikas to help him out, so he could have a lot of rest. But from what I've heard, he kept on pushing Klopp and everybody else for him to play every game, and now look what's happened to him. Looks like a shadow of the player. As I said, let me repeat: Robertson is younger than Van Dijk. He's younger than Salah, and look at him. He looks like he's about 37, 38 years old when you're looking at him now. He doesn't cross the ball anymore like he used to. He doesn't run up and down that wing like he used to. He doesn't even defend like he used to anymore. So instead of putting him into the pitch like that and shaming him like that as a legend for Liverpool Football Club, take him out of the limelight now. Give him, just tell him to take time off. That's it. Next season, if people still, I don't know why people still want him at the football club. I'm done with him. I just said, let him, sail off like Firmino and all them did. Remember him as a legend. Let him go. Let's just get a Kirkes or whoever is coming in next and taking over that position. That's all we have to do now. I mean, I don't know why we want to keep him around. Forget about the, giving players good time off the pitch and all that stuff. We don't need that anymore. Now we've got to take things seriously. We have to return to the league next season, and we need to compete in the Champions League next season, get to the final. That's my next steps for next season. If we don't do that, honestly, we have to question you, mate. In my opinion, that is anyway. The average age is 25, as far as I'm aware, unless it's gone up. We have to add on to that, get younger players coming in who have ability, who can compete, and take us to the next level. That's the next steps for me when I'm watching Liverpool Football Club. I think JK said about 3 players he's looking for, 3, 4, or something.
About 3, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for 5 players, mate. I'm looking for, because we got rid of a lot of players last summer and replaced them with nothing. So I'm assuming we're going to get rid of a lot of players this summer. So you're still going to need a lot of players. Do you get what I'm saying? So
because we got rid of loads.
You got to marry up both summers. Last summer and this summer, you got to marry them up, mate.
Yeah.
You need players you need a couple of players for every position on the pitch. And if we don't have that next season, it's going to be a struggle like this season. There's got to be competition for places next season, guys. There's no more because you're Salah, you're Van Dijk, you got a right to stay in the place. If you play shit, take off. Next player. If he plays well, stay on. That's it. That's what I want to see next season. Competition for places. Team losing titles. Not a guy who's going to stay in the right wing and not come back and help out the defense. That's not going to work. You need everybody working as one. That's what I'm looking for next season. Sorry, Jacob. Go ahead, bro.
No. I was saying I'm not a big fan of splitting up the whole squad. It's like this, bro. Robertson is a guy who came for about £5 from down the pub, Sunday League. Hey, I like your Sunday League left back. Can we buy him? Here's a £5 and a drink. We got him that cheap, bro. He comes in, smashes it. Best left back in the Premier League, assist wise. He hasn't got an assist all season, bro. He hasn't got an assist all season. That's a bad one. When I heard that, I was like, yo. But I feel it's like this. He's the sort of guy he's drove a Ferrari under Klopp. Vroom, vroom, vroom. 1,000,000 miles per hour every game. Bang, 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 bang. And what's happened is Slot's come in and he's got a VW camper van. And that's messed up at Robertson's bloody head. Lord of mercy, bro. Lord of mercy. And that's how I see it. A lot of these players, bro, they've not been able to handle that.
My shepherd, he know what I want.
I think Salah's the only one, say Virgil, who have handled the change from Klopp's football to Slot's football the best. Because for me, Gravenberch wasn't a starter last season, so I'm not going to count him in that. But people like Robertson, I don't really understand it. He ain't be able to handle that speed of the way we play football. It's been a shock to him because he's not used to that, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel that's been a problem.
As I said, JK, he's younger than Van Dijk, he's younger than Salah, and he looks like 38 years old, 39 years old now when you see him play. It's sad.
I don't think so, because for me, when you look at him run, he's still nippy. He did a beauty of a cross against Everton. It was just one cross, bro. Like, I'm just highlighting that. The cross was, for me, so beautiful. And if we had Darwin there, maybe, who's got a little bit of height more than Jota, and that went in the back of the net, I'll be celebrating that goal big time. Why? Because I love them type of goals.
Yeah.
I just feel Robertson is mentally not being able to adapt to the system Slot plays with him quick enough. And what happens in football is, if you're not really locked in as a defender, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to cost goals. And people are going to start pointing fingers at you.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So for me, quality-wise, he's still got it in him. He gets stuck in. He runs up and down. He can still do it, no problem. But for me, it's the mental side of his position now. He hasn't been able to transform the Klopp sort of way into the Slot sort of way. And you think he's getting older, he probably prefers the Slot way now, thinking he's been here so long. He probably wants a little cozy little number and not really have to go up and down, up and down. And that's what I don't understand, bro. Maybe he wants to run up and down like a madman now, like he did against Everton, bro. He was doing it. He was up and down, bro, and he played great for me. But against Fulham, he started contemplating again.
Yeah. No, listen, it is what it is. You see him one way, I see him the other way. I think it's time to go. You know what I mean? The worst thing as a football club, or some football teams do, is keep around players that's, you know, that's slowly declining, if you know what I mean, and destroying their legacy. I don't want Robertson's legacy to be tarnished. You know what I mean? And fans, you know, having a go at him and telling him, get out of our football club, you're shit. I don't want to hear things like that, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I want him to be a legend like Firmino. Like Firmino did. What did Firmino do when they offered him a new contract? He said, boss, I can't do it anymore. It's time to go. That's what I want to see. And then we do the same thing. You got to move on in football, JK. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost in the wilderness, mate. You're not gonna be competing anymore. We're gonna be waiting for 30 years again, sitting around here talking about the same thing every season. I don't want to. You got to reinvent yourself as a football club, mate. You got to get players out to get players in. That's what we did in the 70s. That's what we did in the 80s. This is what Man United did in the 90s. This is what they did in the 90s, and they still were successful. I mean, everybody. If you want to be successful, I want to be successful. I don't want to be sentimental. I don't want to keep players because I like them. I want to keep players because they're doing some stuff on the pitch that's supposed to be done. That's what I want to do. And that's what I think we need to get back to. We have to be ruthless. Keep left. Kenny came in. Rush left. Aldridge came in. Peter Beasley, obviously came in. So Kenny Dalglish left. Peter Beasley came in. It happens. That's football. Gerrard left. Jurgen Klopp and the new team came in. You know what I mean? So it happens. That's football. You just have to accept it for where it is. This sentimentality is what destroys football clubs. And you need to get out of that as a football fan if you want to be successful. If you're not here for success, then Liverpool Football Club, it's not your football club. I'm sorry. That's what Bill Shankly built this club for. Bastion of invisibility. That's what he said. I mean, this is what he wants them to be. Bob Paisley, still the man who dominated Europe and the league at the same time. Nobody's ever overtaken that, ever. So this is what this football club is all about, man. Got to wake up to it. Let me see what G is saying. G says, of course, I'm not complaining at taking the opportunity. It's more when you watch us in your mind and you think, rah, these guys are top. LOL. G is how you say it, bro. I know what you mean. Though. Big up MK, bro. Big up MK. JK, what are you gonna do? You doing it anyway, bro? Are you and Nalante gonna be doing anything anytime soon, or?
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow or Thursday.
I want to say something to you after the game, after the stream. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Hungarian cuck, LOL. Big up MK, bro. Big up, and PSV. Okay. Klopp knew how to play to the crowd. 100%. Klopp is a genius, bro. You know, in football terms, guys. Yeah, football. What makes managers successful is their man management style. And Klopp had that in abundance. You know what I mean? He made ordinary players into champions. You know what I mean? He will make you think, if you're Henderson, he will make you think you're the best player in the world. That's how much Klopp influenced players. And Ferguson, you could say, Mourinho's and Pep Guardiola, etc. I mean, this is what's important in teams. Man management style. Every great manager had that. Baller says, especially at Anfield, Klopp played high temp from minute one to get the crowd going. I miss that. You know what I mean? I miss that. I really miss that. I really, really do. JK, I want to talk about Konate's 200k a week request. What do you think about that, bro?
As I was saying about 5 minutes ago, about like wages wise, money wise, how much we
Did
pay
we talk
for a
about it already?
player.
I don't think we talked about it. I don't think we completed, did we?
No. We haven't
Oh.
talked about the 200k. But for me,
Oh.
I'm not care about money no more. About the club, how we spend it, and what wages we give players. Like for me, I'll give Salah an extra 100 grand to stay for the next 2 years. That's no problem to me.
Okay.
Because for me, he's been the best player in the world this season. And this is what makes me laugh about football is Salah's had about 3-4 games now.
No, since the turn of the year, bro. Like he's on and off. I think people are forgetting he scored penalties. That's what hid his performances as well, JK. If you look back, I promise you, look back, his penalties got him out of a lot of trouble. A lot of questionable opportunities from the fans that actually criticize everybody, not just one player. But yeah. Sometimes
200k,
he just hides from that. Yeah, but carry on, bro.
Yeah, like Konaté 200k. Like, is he going to concentrate enough to play for Liverpool for the next 4 or 5 years?
That's the thing, because that's
the
how.
question, bro. So am I going to give this guy a next?
Long, yeah.
200
Is he going to
grand a
be
week?
fit all the time? Is he going to be dominant all the time? Is he going to be, lack of concentration? Is he going to be fully concentrated instead of like having a lack of concentration in games? You know what I mean? Like he did the other day. I don't know, but carry on, sorry, bro.
Yeah. Just same as that. I just feel 200 grand. It's a good little wage, but does he deserve it? I'd say no.
Okay. I say no as well. I agree with you 100%. I don't just look at this season, guys, because this season he's been fully fit throughout the season. He had the injury, of course, against Real Madrid, and he was out for a few weeks, and he came back, by fighting back. But I look at, since he's been here at Liverpool Football Club, has he been fully there? No. Has he been like the difference in us winning league titles consistently? No. So this is the only season he's been fully fit, and look at the rewards we got, which is obviously winning the league. Is he worth 200k a week? No, I don't think he is. I don't think he's done enough to get 200k a week. He's got to do a lot more to get that money. And what worries me is next season he's going to run into his last season of his contract. If he's not going to sign whatever they're offering him, which is less than 200k a week, sell him. Get rid straight away. I mean, I don't want to keep a player around again for another season to go for free at the end of that.
Yeah.
No.
And then he's sort of showing himself to Paris Saint-Germain. All that bullshit. Bro, I said to you, I said on 12-Man Show enough times, when the season finished last season, these contract talks is going to be a theme. And it's been a theme all season.
Yeah.
And another thing, I don't want to buy no more players from Leipzig.
Yeah.
So Botzalai, Konaté, Keita, all three of them, that's about 160 million there. 170 million, God knows. Let's call it 200 million, including wages.
Yeah.
200 million for them three there. That is a joke. Konaté, Szoboszlai, and Konaté. Like, oh, that's a lot of money, bro. Leipzig have took us to the cleaners.
It's like when we buy from Benfica as well. Remember Markovic and Darwin Núñez?
20 million, yeah.
That's about almost 100 million, isn't it? If you think about it, Darwin Núñez and
yeah, them two together, 100 million there, bro. So
and we heard Benfica were laughing when they sold us Núñez for that much. I mean, so yeah, Leipzig no more, man.
Yeah, but for me, there's a player in Darwin Núñez. It's like this when you play football, bro, and when you know you're better than the guy who's playing up front, but he's getting more games than you, you're gonna get a bit pissed off, and you sit there, a little grumpy, and think, manager calls on you 81st minute.
Yeah,
Fozzie, can you jump on? And you say, yeah, boss. So already you're a bit fucking pissed off anyway. That's football, bro. It is like that. Because I played in the league, and when the manager says to you, you're not playing, you're on the bench.
Yeah.
That's like your girlfriend leaving you. You know what I mean? It's like that level of, And I think the way Slot has handled Harvey Elliott, Chiesa, Darwin Núñez, you're not going to get a lot out of Chiesa. For me, respect to the guy. Every time he comes on, he does it. Elliott as well. But for me, when you're paying 70-odd million for a striker number 9, and he's not getting consistent game time, 9 games, 10 games starting, fans are going to moan about Darwin Núñez. He's rubbish, he's this and that. Okay, I'm like, you be Darwin Núñez, you've come to Liverpool thinking you're going to be the regular first starter, number 9. Salah plays better with Darwin Núñez on the pitch, my opinion. And Darwin Núñez has not been involved in any games recently, I tell you the truth.
Yeah.
He came on a sub nearly in all them games. But for me, Salah plays better when Darwin plays. So for me, Darwin Núñez hasn't had that consistent game time. And that's not an excuse. That's facts. You know, when you know Harry Kane and Haaland and Mbappe, all 3 of them dudes, all can score goals regularly. Why? They don't care. Whoever else is in the squad, that Saturday or Sunday, they're starting that number 9 position, bro.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez is sitting there on Friday night thinking, you know what? You reckon Yotta's going to start in front of me? You reckon Diaz is going to start even in front of me as the 9? Oh, you know what I mean, bro? And that, you are not going to become your best player like that. I think Harvey Elliott does it because he's young and he's and he supports Liverpool. So his buzz is always like bang, 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 bang. Darwin Núñez is also full of energy when he comes on, but some games he don't do nothing when he comes on.
Well,
That's a bit more recently, have you noticed?
Yeah, man, he done nothing against Fulham. He came on, it was offside. I mean, and then there was a through ball to him when he was onside, he didn't even run onto it. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah. That's when your mind ain't right.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if you're coming or going with the boss.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
And that's simple sort of logic and yeah, man. I just want Slot to realise what he's done in the past month.
It's a learning curve, isn't it? It's a learning curve.
Yeah,
but as I said, JK, the Premier League is not a forgiving league, bro. You can't make mistakes like he did. And I think he's finally realised how big Liverpool Football Club is when things go wrong. We've always said it in the beginning of the season, didn't we? We did say it. We want to see how he reacts when things go wrong. So far, I don't think he reacted.
He reacted good. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
I'll be real with that, guys. Cedric says, big up Fozzy. I hate all the passing back. I personally miss club football sometimes. We all do. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up, man. Yeah, with a 200k a week with Kanate, me and JK said that nope, he doesn't deserve it. He needs to earn the right for that. And I don't want him to go into the next season, which is his last season with a contract, see it off, and we'll let him go for free. Summer doesn't sign a contract, sell him. Let's go get 2 top players. He said the backs, I say. Ballers says, I would say about Salah and BVD both played 300 and 800 minutes. Most minutes obviously played out of any players in our team. Yeah, I believe that because I always see them on the pitch. I never see them off the pitch. I mean, they're always on the pitch. But let me go down.
Best Cedric, yeah.
Big up Cedric as always, man. Abdul, big up, brother. Big up, bro. Abdul says we need to sell Sobos and Núñez in the summer. I don't see Sobos. I don't see Sobos in games. Okay. So, but yeah, he says it just doesn't do much in the games. That's what he means. I've seen Dara on the chat, and I've seen a few. Yes, Mr. Tibbs. So big up, brother. Big up, man.
Bless, man.
Big up.
Bless Dara as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in a minute, bro. Do you wanna like stay on or?
No, we can wrap it up, bro. Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, let me just read the comments before we go. I think I haven't seen this one. Have I seen this one? Really?
Yeah, we've seen that one. Yeah.
Hang on. Well, I've seen his comment, but I don't know which one. It is. Sorry, guys. I try to read every comment in it before I go, as always, as much as I can. I don't want to be rude or anything like that because I'm not the type.
It's Champions League today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
It should have been us, bro. We should be looking forward to a game tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, it's frustrating watching that, bro. It's absolutely frustrating.
I got a quick question for you then. I think if we beat
there you go from here
PSG in that second leg, I think we wouldn't have lost the Newcastle game and the Fulham game because our concentration levels were thought, you know what?
Yeah.
We sort of wrapped up the Premier League, but we've still got that Champions League, so we've got to stay sharp. Soon as that we got out the PSG game, deflation, bang, the air was just let out of the balloon, you know.
Yeah.
My opinion.
You know, I said it, innit? I'm more optimistic about what's happened to us in the last month or so that we're upset about, because it's because of the players. They're fatigued, innit? That's what's happened, JK.
Yes,
if you look at us, you know, previously we wasn't playing like this.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's not how good PSG has been and Newcastle and Fulham have been. It's how bad we've been.
We've been,
If you look at all 3 games, they're so similar, which has been bad. We've been bullied. We've been kicked. We've been making errors. It's the same. All 3 games, it's the same goals, bro. It's not like the team was talented to create nice goals. We just gifted to them. I mean, Baller says you have to rotate them for the. Yeah, I spot on. I agree with you, bro. I agree with that. I'm not here to dispute that at all. Let's see what he's saying about Chiesa. Chiesa was brought in to take minutes of Salah. How much minutes has he in the Prem? 30 minutes old. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know if he even replaced Salah in any games. That I can't remember any Premier League games he replaced Salah, to be fair, mate. I don't know. I don't think so. All right, man. Guys, let me just go down the comments, and Offski and me, JK should be back tomorrow. I won't be back, but JK and Alonso hopefully will be back tomorrow.
Now, Virgil's
go on.
Not lost his respect. No. He's probably more pissed off than everyone else. He hasn't been great, along with Salah. But them 2 guys have won us the Premier League title, my opinion. Hence why there's a little bit of it's okay. He gets a bye. For me, Virgil, he knows himself. We don't need to criticize Virgil.
That is the most consistent player, in my opinion, in the Premier League history. In a high level, like winning titles and that. In my opinion, guys. I mean, I even overtake Salah and Gerrard. If you're talking about winning Premier Leagues and all that stuff, you know, since we can be competing, Van Dijk has been the most consistent. You know what I mean, he's allowed to have time, you know, time off, not playing on the pitch. He's never. The thing with Van Dijk is, guys, he's playing every game. He came back from an ACL, and the next season he's playing every game. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, guys. Yeah. Come on, ACL is a career-threatening injury. Most ACLs, players don't come back. Look at what happened to Matip. Got an ACL, he was done. I'm out of here, man. I ain't coming back. So, yeah, it happens, man. Yeah, but anyway, guys, thanks for the comments, honestly. Edward, Tipso, Dara, Irishman, Ravi. Let me just see what Ravi's saying. Big up, Ravi, bro. Sorry, I didn't put your comment there. Abdul, Alexandra, everybody, man. Everybody, Baller. Obviously G-Man. Please go subscribe to G's channel. Phenomenal content creator, man. Phenomenal. Let me just put it that way. What's G saying? VVD he's not getting younger, so this has to be his last contract if he is staying. Well, he said it's progressing very well, Ravi, his contract talks. So hopefully, to me, I want him to stay, bro, because I want him to teach the next generation what it's all about to be a top defender. That's what I want him to do for me before he goes. You know what I mean, you need that, you know, strong mentality defenders like Van Dijk to teach the next generation, in my opinion, bro. 100%. Yeah, guys, that's me and JK done. Appreciate with the comments. Sorry I haven't read it all. I just want to give everyone an opportunity, of course. Let's see what Mr. Tipso is saying before we go. And of course, Edward. I have to be honest. I am somewhat concerned. This title race is not quite over. I think it's over, Tipso. I honestly think that, bro. I don't think they're gonna come back anytime soon, Arsenal. I think they think it's over as well. The way they started against Everton the other day, it shows they've given up. When you see their best players on the bench, coming off the bench and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Players switch off after Liverpool took the lead on Saturday. I agree. We switched off. It wasn't good enough, bro. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, guys, if you're new, please subscribe and hit the like button, because all the likes, you know, helps us to be seen by other people on YouTube, especially Liverpool fans. Appreciate you all for tuning in. And we will be back tomorrow. I won't be back, but Thingy will be back. JK, sorry, Thingy. JK and hopefully Nolanta will be back as well. Edward says Robbo has been off it for 3 seasons, I think, since the first quad push. Robbo just didn't have a. To be honest, Mr. Edward, Robbo hasn't had a rest since he's been at Liverpool. He hasn't had a consistent rest. So that's going to catch up with you. That's going to make you look like you're an old player. And that's what he looks like right now.
Captain for their country, as him and Virgil.
Yep.
Playing every game for them. Virgil van Dijk does not get no rest, bruv.
No.
Hence
Sad,
why
man.
he's looking dodgy recently. My opinion of that. Like,
100%,
yeah.
man.
No, thank you. You're welcome, Mr. Dibs.
Appreciate everybody.
Mhm.
I hope you like what we said. Sorry about the language sometimes. I'm just trying to be myself, man. I can't be asked to be nicey all the time. I just want to tell the truth. If I feel something about something, I just want to tell the truth. I don't want to be fake or anything like that, guys. You know what I mean? And all that. I just want to be myself. So that's what I'm going to be now going forward. Big up to everybody. Thank you, Baller. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody. Take care, everybody. Wait a minute, JK. Yeah, I'll be back. Alrighty then. I hope you like the new graphics, by the way. I'll put up when I'm doing it my own as well. Something different for you guys. Take care, everybody.